No.
I don't need the rest of them to pray for that.
I love it. All right, here we go. Let me get us where we supposed to be.
We are where we're supposed to be, and we're going to continue to stay there.
Yeah.
In the secret place of the Most High God. That's where we're supposed to be.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We better stay up under his wing.
Heavy. What is today? 127?
Yes, it is.
Woo, 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 woo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Day 127. All
Those
right.
are good numbers too.
Mhm.
Those 2s and 7s up in there together.
Yes. Yes, and yes. Well, yeah, see, I didn't go to bed last night. That's why I was still out working. After
Well,
I
you
finished.
sure look like what you've been through, because you look
No.
better today than I've seen you look in a couple of days.
Mm.
To me, I'm talking about your spirit. I don't know. You too, Brenda?
Yes.
Yeah. I feel better. Yeah.
Well, you know what's happening with me is I got such a revelation about once I make a decision, it's like the fog lifts, like a curtain going up on Broadway. It was so interesting. Make a decision and take a step and leave all that how and what and why and stuff. That's the Father's. That ain't mine. Make a decision, take a step. And then I started hearing he'll make a way. You know that old thing, you take one step, he'll take two. But the Father said, but I ain't gonna do what I told you to do. Okay, there.
Look at the little baby. How old is he?
He'll be 3 next month.
Oh, okay.
You going on
He sure is handsome.
75. Good morning, everybody. Oh, where's my book?
I help you.
No, don't help me.
Listen at that cute little voice.
Yeah, and he's helpful.
Yeah.
That was me. I was always trying to help.
Oh,
My
he's so beautiful, Grandma.
My mother would say, you want to help me, baby? Oh, yes, ma'am. Go sit in that corner and look pretty and sing me a song.
Like, get out my way.
Yeah, but that was her gentle way of getting me out
Yeah,
from
so loving.
under. Sing me a song. Look pretty and sing me a song. Right over there. She was putting me, over there was a step stool, a kitchen stool in the corner. So over there was a long way from her stove.
Amazing, amazing. Well, here we are on day 127 of the law of attraction. Wow, and wow. Who would have thought it?
Somebody said to me, I thought you said you were going to do that for 30 days. I said, oh, that was a long time ago.
Yes. Who would have thought it?
Well, when are you finished? She said, I don't know. You have to consult the big man about that.
That's what I said.
When are you finished?
When your life is finished, that's when we finish, because we got to keep working on ourselves.
Oh, hurry up and keep working.
Hurry up and keep going. Hurry up and keep working on yourself. It's so important for us to do this work. It's so important.
There's so many people waiting for us, Darlaina.
Oh, man, listen.
We think we're in bad shape, but we're in great shape compared to our sheep. You know, they need us, girl. We're them. We're just a couple steps ahead of them. That's all.
Absolutely. And even in having a conversation, the lady who I spoke to, the name of her business is Inner Journey, and she specializes in being a healer's healer.
Yeah, that's right. Who heals the healers? Who takes care of the caregivers? Absolutely, that's a lady.
She said so many eye-opening things to me. She told me, I don't care how loud you talk. You talk loud, but you don't believe the stuff that's coming out your own mouth for yourself.
Oh, well, ahead, shake my hand. Woo! Love her already, because now I can
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. She was like,
calm down because you got somebody else to yell at you now.
"Ooh, baby, that thing was heavy. That's why I ain't sleep." I was like, "What? How?" Well, maybe. Well, that's probably true too. And yeah, so yes, I'm going to do all.
And the Bible says a man divided against himself cannot stand. A house divided against itself cannot stand. And he also says he don't like no double-minded folk. You better be about one mind. As much as we can unify ourselves, we do the best we can.
Rising. Who is that? King who? King Johnson. Welcome. I'm just really excited to do the work, to complete the work, to do all that so that we can leave that wherever we need to leave it at the water. She said you feel like the ocean won't return.
And it always comes in.
Ocean won't return. Yeah, you sow it and see them, but you think it's not going to return.
And the wave always comes in. The tide always comes in.
Always comes back in. And then she said, you are living on a lily pad when there's a whole world out there. She said, you built everything you built with blinders on without seeing the big vision. There is so much more for you. Wow. So much more. You think you did something, you did nothing.
That would be enough to keep you awake, pondering all that stuff.
Listen, I went to bed. I said, okay, you got to take a nap. You got to take a nap, because people start talking to me then, like, oh, she must be awake. People start talking to me, asking me questions and stuff. I said, I got to take a nap. And that was at 4:00.
People were asking you questions at 4:00 in the morning?
1:00 in the morning, yep.
What time zone were they in?
Same as ours. Same as ours for sure, but knows that I'm up early, because what ended up happening was, Eric Thomas does the 3 a.m. call, so I end up staying straight up to listen to his call, and then I was still up and responding to Eric Thomas, and that's probably what they saw.
And that's why they told you take your hips off social media, so people will leave it alone so you can sleep.
That part. So
he gotta be still for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't hear your instructions listening to everybody else's stuff.
Yeah. So I'm gonna follow what was given to me. I do believe that God talks to me through people often. And so
you already put it off. You said you ain't gonna do it till this weekend. Did she tell you wait till this weekend?
Told me I can choose. Yes, absolutely. Just say I can choose. Even though one of even though she really did tell me to because
you heard the doubt in my voice.
I absolutely heard the doubt in your voice. I don't have to tell no stories. So yes, and so she it wasn't her that said I should do it now. It's my other girlfriend Ebony who referred me to her. She was like, "Why are you gonna wait? Just do it now." I was like, "No, because I can't go to the lake yet. So no, I'm gonna wait." So, and plus that allows me a chance to prepare. And Ebony is not her. Ebony is not the lady.
No,
so the lady,
no. You know how I say about you got a call on your life, but it ain't a conference call. So
yes.
And you can always change your mind, Darlaina. So whatever.
Yes. That's why I love you so much.
I love you too.
Listen, I already knew that, everything that I have begun won't end because I'm not here. And it really takes absolute faith to say, Brenda, I'm not going to get on the call tonight. Brenda, you got it. And she said, don't worry, we got it. Have a good night.
That's right.
He said blessings. We have it.
That's right.
I know that the 8:00 call the 8 a.m. call to 8 p.m. call is handled already. It's enough people here to make sure that for 3 days is taken care of.
Girl, you froze and we kept right on.
Going.
Yes.
We
And
didn't
it's
Not only did they keep on going, God sent them an evangelist. Lady Smackdown.
so what happened because
Right.
Kathy,
She came in at the end.
oh, wait a minute. What did I do? I pressed the button. Kathy Parsons reached out to me and said, am I in trouble? I said, trouble for what? What are you talking about? She was like, I don't know. We just was all talking and I just kept talking. And so I don't even know because I really never got the story. So I don't know what she's talking about. I said, whatever happened, all is well. That's all I told her.
She opened up to us and we ministered to her in a wonderful way. I am so happy for her.
Oh my goodness, because she was saying, I didn't mean to, and I'm so sorry. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, what you talking about? I don't know. I said I wasn't in the call and no one called me and said anything. So whatever it was what it was supposed to be.
Brenda just called to get me a way to talk to her some more. That's all we did.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not, no, whatever you talking about, I don't know. I really don't.
What it was supposed to be.
It was just, hey, good morning, looking good, cutie. Yeah, she was like saying all that, and I said, I hope whatever she thinks is the reason that she's not on the call. So I reached out to her yesterday and said, you know, it's safe for you to come back. I'm like, you don't have to not come.
No, she didn't get kicked out at all.
Yeah, not at all. If anything, embraced even more so.
Yeah.
Because she opened up. She was willing to open up.
Yeah, Kathy is somebody who, you know, she's a loner, but she absolutely, when I was doing some network marketing stuff in Philly, she actually called the paratransit people because she's in a wheelchair. She called the paratransit people to bring her from, she lived in off of City Line Avenue. I guess it's considered Bala Kenwood. From Bala Kenwood all the way up to, where was I at? Valley Forge.
Oh my.
And she was there first. She was there before everybody.
And there are people driving their own cars, wouldn't drive all that way.
Okay. Listen, I mean, I was just so impressed by her will to be and come and all that kind of stuff. She was
and support.
She had to call to make sure that they had handicap accessibility for her to be able to get in the building, for her to be able to get, we were on like the 4th floor and all that. She was in the room when I got there.
And she has a natural elegance that I love. She's just a nice spirit.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
She
Grand
was
Rise
in the room when you got there.
What'd you say?
She was
in the room. I was like, Kathy. And it was good for her because that was when I first got introduced to CBD. And so she was able to get some stuff that she needs that she's still using to this day. So absolutely, you know, God does exactly what he's supposed to do. And I'm so excited.
If we do what we're supposed to do.
I'm definitely going to do what I'm supposed to do. I have to. I absolutely have to. I have to. I don't even understand any other type of life at this point.
No.
I really don't. And so
we're too far gone.
Too far gone to turn
no
back
coming
around.
Back for this.
Yes. One of my family members hit me in my inbox yesterday and was like, I'm really enjoying seeing the things that you are doing. Your mother and father would be so proud of you.
Oh, that's nice.
I haven't talked to, that's our cousin on my mom's side. I don't think I talked to him. I can't even remember the last time. It's been more than 10 years.
That's so special. That's so special.
How do you don't even know who's watching?
Mm-hmm. Now that's the point right there.
That's right. And mom and dad sent that message through your cousin.
You don't know who's watching and you don't know where they're watching from because my dear Jasmine talked about somebody that showed up and she don't know this person, you know, so people are watching and they're not in immediate environment. So with this
And
kind of stuff, they're
Yep.
like Mr. Singh, he's in India.
Yeah.
Now, who in the
In
world would think we'd be talking to somebody in India?
And guess what? I got a call from, I can't even say his name. Oh, his first name is Daniel. His last name is Long, from Ghana. He's in Accra where Sandy Williams is with her with her
school.
Yep. And I got a chance to talk to him, and he was like, "When are you coming?" You know, my name, SC Ed Supply. I told him what it was. He said, "Oh, that's a good name for you. That's a good name for you." So I had a chance to speak to somebody real that's not a scammer from Ghana and somebody from India. Like, talk about expand my.
You're global. You're global.
Expand the territory. They're listening, they're watching, they're commenting, inboxing me, talking about the reels and the work that I do and all this kind of stuff. And so you don't know who's hearing you, who's listening to you. You know, we are expanded. You know, we're here right now on 5 different platforms. I don't even know, like right now, even on Facebook, I can't see who's speaking on Facebook until after we're off. And so it's so important for us to do the work that's been put on your heart to do. You know, we absolutely are using the planner as a guide, but it is really just that. It is a guide. It is a guide for us to write the vision and make it plain and to ask for what you want. What can I say? Ask for what you want and fear that you just might get it. What will you do if you got the things that you asked for?
Well, the point is, act as if you already have it, because that's the vibe that puts you on the frequency where it is. See,
that's the
so when
vibe.
you start acting, I'm a spirit-filled multimillionaire. You know
what Bob Proctor says, see the end.
Yes,
Yeah.
begin
well,
with
what the Bible says, he saw the end from the beginning. He went to the end of your life and wrote the end, and then came back, and he's standing along the path saying, "Will y'all please come on? Come on, it's already done. Will you please just come on?
Just please come on. Please come on." And so many times we have to even say that to ourselves, please. Just come on.
Yeah, like just do it.
Just do the work.
Look at how Just Do It did for Nike.
Yes.
That's their slogan. And look at them. Just
do it.
Vern said strangers are great supporters. Absolutely. You know, there's a saying that says blood is thicker than water, right? And we think that it means your family, but it does not. There's a video out that explains what that saying means. It means that the family that you choose is thicker than water.
Who said that?
You do. It really is true.
Is God apologizing to us for the family He had to put us in so we could grow.
Absolutely. It's the family you choose, because, you know, family is not always family.
Well, Jesus was preaching and they said, your mother and brothers are here. And he said, who's my mother and who are my brothers? And he kept right on preaching to the people that were at his feet to learn.
Absolutely.
He didn't get up and go to see about them.
Yeah,
he on his mission.
I was about to say he need to do.
And that's why when he was being crucified, he said, "Behold your mother," and gave and directed his disciple to take his mother as his mother.
Yeah, John. He told John, behold your mother.
Behold your mother.
And John was the only one up there. The rest of them had pretty much flaked on out.
That's right.
And so we know blood is not necessarily thicker than water, but the family you choose, that blood is thicker than water.
Back to just do it. The first miracle, that's what Mary said to the servants, whatever he tells you to do, just do it. Because it looks crazy. You're going to dip in the foot bath. They don't talk about where the water came from in those urns. That's where they washed their feet when they came into the ceremony. You're going to dip down in there and serve that to the governor? I know that servant was shaking. Oh, Lord, I'm going to get killed up in here today.
I love it. But yeah, so I mean, really, when you think about the work that we're doing in this planner, it's for you to really delve into what you really want. It is the time that you take. You know, if this whole idea of, we've been reading it in the Bible our whole lives, right? Write the vision and make it plain. So a man thinketh, so is he. All of that stuff, right? So we're constantly being fed that. But how many people do it?
How many people
do it?
internalize it? See, it's got to be
Yes.
internalized before you can even attempt to do it.
It's so important for us to write this vision and make it plain. Take the time to do that, because that is the game changer for your life. Think about how many times you saw your mom and your dad write the vision and make it plain, or anybody else in your family before you write the vision and make it plain. Not very many. Not very many. And if they do, it was
my daddy bro was reading Think and Grow Rich in the break room because the white boys wouldn't let him eat lunch with them in the 50s. So I really saw it at my house.
Yeah.
But
and that is the exception to the rule. That is definitely not the rule. And so being here now in this moment is the space where you get to pick this planner up, go through the questions, ask yourself, what do you really want? Ask yourself, what if time and money were no option, no obstacle, where would you be? Where would you go? What would you do?
There's also a 7-level deep. Don't even accept the first answer. Just keep asking. You got to go 7 levels deep to finally find out that real answer. There's an exercise that I put in my course. It's called 7-level deep, and they teach it to us because that first off the surface answer is intellect. And then about the 4th or 5th one, it drops down into your heart. And then you're ready to really hear the real deal. And it'll surprise you.
If you look at what you wrote in January compared to what you're writing now, it's totally different. As you evolve, you realize that it's even deeper than that. And so it changes. It changes as you evolve. I know that for a fact. Like, I look at some of the things like, yeah, you can't stop here. This is just a temporary stay. The growth, yes, Vern said growth. It's so important to grow. To grow bigger, to grow better, to, there's those things that we fight through when we think about how big can we really get it. And that Miss Kathy the healer, she said, girl, you on a lily pad, you got the whole world out here. You built that, what you built with blinders on. You didn't even see the full vision. And so imagine what the full vision is.
Well, it's a string of healing houses. You really have seen that part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the other thing that came up was, how much is it really worth what you do for people?
You can't attach your price to it.
Absolutely. And so all of that came up when people, come here for, for the healing work, when somebody is really sick. And I thought about like, how much did Vaughn and I pay when we went to Hawaii? We paid $7,700 per week. And we were there for 2 weeks.
But the point is, how much is your life worth?
Absolutely. And by the time we left, the bill was $18,000, and they don't even do half of what I do here. The reason I wanted a healing house was because of my experience in that healing house. They did everything for Vaughn, but they did nothing for me, the caregiver. There has to be work done for the caregiver. The caregiver needs relief. The caregiver needs somebody to hear them, to listen to them, because there was no one. There was no one in that space for me. So I can't say no one. God was there, and I just found myself walking to the beach walking along the
You
grassy.
were at the Pacific Ocean. See,
Yeah.
Hawaii is my spot that I personally
Yeah.
love. The
Yeah.
point about that is if the caregiver isn't taken care of, it's hard for them not to get polluted and given back toxic
Yeah.
to the person they're caring for. They don't mean to, but they
Yeah.
need
Absolutely.
help too.
And that's what I wanted to do better.
Yeah.
I wanted to do better. And I said the first opportunity I got that I would make it better for the person that's caring for the person that's sick, and so absolutely that was the goal. And so it kind of redirected my thought about what it is that I do here and how I do it. So there's a whole lot of things that I need to work through. But I figured by the time May is over, when I start to take bookings for sick clients, I'll probably have at least I said I can see my month full up with people willing to pay $2,000 a week to come here for what they need.
Absolutely, because you pay that sitting in some dumb doctor's office that don't even know your name. I had a doctor come to my door with my record in his hand, looking for an 83-year-old African-American woman. And he just kept saying, "I'm Dr. Cole," and looking at me. I'm Dr. Cole. I said, "You don't know your own name, boy? What is your problem?" "Well, I'm looking for an 83-year-old African-American woman." I said, "Well, what did you expect to see? A motorized wheelchair or crutches or what?" And you know how loud I can get. "I don't want him. Send me somebody else."
Oh, I have fired doctors too. And be willing to fire a doctor that doesn't have your best interest.
He's looking
There
at my
was
That's right.
there was a doctor when Vaughn was sick. The doctor said, "Oh, yeah, you're probably gonna die." I told Vaughn, I said, "Come on, let's." It was like, "What we doing?" I said, "We're leaving." I said, we can't work with people who believe that you're going to die, because we ain't coming here for you to die. So he got to go. His bedside manner is horrible. So he told us that he knows people who his buddy did holistic stuff and he's dead. And I'm like, we already got enough going on without you seeing that. So we don't.
Yeah, we don't even pay that say that. So
and
we
I
ain't
don't
about to pay somebody to say that crap.
The amazing thing was I wasn't even this person. I wasn't even this evolved Darlaina. I was learning, and I knew that wasn't right. Right.
Yeah, but you were further along than most. You weren't here, but you were definitely further along than most. I was there. I saw.
I know. Yes, you were there. Sarita bought her tail. I don't even know where was you living at? Was you living in Georgia?
I was living in Atlanta and I came up.
Yeah, she came up. She was like, "Oh no, my cousin is doing what? Oh no, I'm coming out here." She was
been a
another
warrior
one
from the beginning.
Listen, she was ready to battle those people that was giving me trouble too. She's like, "Wait a minute, hold on."
That's right.
What we not finna do is attack somebody that came here to help. Okay.
Right.
Was invited here to help, and so it was a tough time. Like, so Sarita knows that they like, I tell people all the time that my book is the vanilla version, but there is a chocolate version. Sarita knows all about the chocolate version.
Dark chocolate version.
A dark chocolate version. Yes. An N-word version.
Oh boy.
And so, so there's way more to the story that hasn't been told yet. And I think, a lot of the reasons why I didn't tell it was to protect the so-called innocent, because everybody can't.
I said in my
handle
book,
the truth.
I've changed the names to protect the guilty. That's what I put in my book.
Oh, yeah. I like that better. I think I'm
because everybody in my book, my little book about the little white girl and black girl that were friends, and the mother invited all the children to the birthday party but the black child, and that was her child's best friend. And the little child wouldn't go to her own birthday party. This is a true story. So since all those folks are still alive, I changed the names of the children to protect the guilty.
So crazy. And so and that story is is definitely an amazing story, but it's not a unique story. These people, won't allow kids to be kids. Kids don't see color.
No, they don't. And the whole first 2 pages of the book was about how they were the same. They were the same age, the same height. They rode the same bus. They were in the same class. They liked the same thing. I put all that out, and that's why they were friends. Well, this book has been used for diversity training on a corporate level, and it's very funny. When people get convicted, especially men, they start moving their feet, and they'll look at their Gucci loafers, or they'll move stuff around on their desk. They won't look at you. But the interesting thing for me was, I thought I was writing a story about Black and white, but this head librarian that was there to buy multicultural books came up to me and started telling her story, and then started crying. And she's crying all over her St. John's suit. And I'm looking at her, and she realized she was crying. So then she started laughing. She said, well, she said, they used to leave me on the playground and wouldn't play with me. And your story brought all that up. Now here's this very professional, high up in her, but see that hurt child, that wounded child just is still in there.
Yeah.
And so she cried, and then we laughed. And
Wow.
She said, oh, well, okay, thank you, and left.
So let me answer some of the questions. So Denisha, the course that Dr. Loretta is talking about is the one that she's currently writing, putting together, the one that she's going to put up. So it's not available yet, but it will be shortly. And Gwen, the name of the book is called Courtney's Birthday Party. It's one of the 3 books that Dr. Loretta has already written.
It's at Just Us Books. She can go order it from Just Us Books, an all Black publishing company. They'd be happy to serve her. And they have so many wonderful books there.
Yeah.
Just Us Books.
Just Us Books. So hold on, let me type it. But yeah. So, sometimes, spirit leads us in different directions. So I absolutely am enjoying the open forum today. So if anybody has anything they want to add to what we're talking about, again, the law of attraction is our guide, but it is not, let me see, Just Us Books. And the book is called Courtney's Birthday Party. The best thing about that book was when the white mother called the Black mother and said, I didn't know that they were friends. And the Black mother said, I did.
I did. Well, that page took weeks of prayer, because when I got that the white mother, this is really what happened. She called to say, can your child come to the birthday party, because my child won't engage in her own birthday party if your child doesn't come. So this lady called my mother, and I had the 2 mothers on each facing page with the telephone. Well, I got what the white mother was saying, and I couldn't get what I said, oh, this book getting ready to be ended right here, because all the stuff
you can't write what your mother wrote.
for the Black mother to say. I said, oh, this is a children's book, Loretta.
Yeah. I know Mrs. Moore had some things to say.
Oh, she had plenty to say. Marge had plenty to say, but she was spirit led. And all she said is, I did. And that sparked the biggest conversation when I used it for diversity training. Why did the Black mother know they were friends and the white mother didn't? Now, boy, I got some interesting conversations about that. Absolutely. And one young girl said, Dr. Long, sometimes it's not that generation's fault. At a birthday party, they're going to have all the family way up to the grandparents. And this girl has married into that family. She sounded like she's telling her own story. This girl married into that family, and she didn't feel that way, but all her parents, their parents and grandparents are there. Ain't happening, see.
Yeah.
And then the poor little white girl said, so I can come by and pick her up. And Marjorie said, oh no, you ain't sending my child up into a battlefield by herself. I'll bring her, says Marjorie in her elegant way. Oh no, that won't be necessary. I'll bring her, which means now you got me and her in your house.
Listen.
And she did not know what she was getting with that half Cherokee black mama. She got me and her. Because you're not sending your child to some hostile place and don't know where they're going to. I'll bring her.
Thank you very much.
And keep the motor running in case we got to leave again.
Absolutely. Thank you everybody for joining. We are absolutely discussing the law of attraction. We have been using our planner as a guide. This is day 127. Today is just a law of attraction discussion, but the book absolutely has everything you need about finding your life purpose, asking yourself empowering questions so that you can get to the life of your dreams, whether that is what would you do if money and time were not an issue? It's so important to ask yourself this question. Right now, we are all working on spending $5 million. If $5 million landed in your account today, how would you spend it? Who would you help? Who would you serve? Whose life could you change? It is such an amazing question. If $5 million landed in your bank account, would you be doing life the way that you're doing it now with who you're doing it with? That is the question.
Oh my.
You know,
I lost my breath on that one.
hey, listen, somebody, I had saw that question maybe 10 years ago. And it wasn't even for 5 million. It was like, if you got $5,000, what would you do? Would you leave? Would you stay? Would you go? I think it was, I think I read it in, what's his name? Dr. Phil's book, Relationship Rescue. He said, if you got a large amount of money, what would you do? And whatever your answer is to that question is what you should be doing right now.
Do it now.
Absolutely. So I don't know who Motorola is. Gwen said, welcome to Motorola Team No Days Off. So welcome Team No Days Off, Motorola 1 5G ACE. Whoever you are, say hello and introduce yourself if you like in the chat or out loud, however you see fit.
We're Team No Days Off, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So Motorola is who's coming in?
Oh, yes. Okay, got you. Lady Smackdown is in the building. Laverne is in the building. Thank you. We got a few more minutes. I'll probably take us out with something from Abraham Hicks. So if anybody has anything they'd like to add this morning.
Let Lady Smackdown talk and I'll shut up.
Lady Smackdown, do you have a word for Team No Days Off?
Grand Rising, first and foremost. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Well, I am grateful. That's my first thing to say. I'm grateful to be here. And the assignment of the $5 million, I'm sitting here thinking about, the amount of trucks I could buy with $5 million.
Yes.
And change the lives of women who want to do something different in their life other than, be a statistic or be on government assistance. And I think about myself and how far I've come in a small amount of time compared to the amount of time that I've been adulting. And just the growth in my life because of the intentional work
amazing
that I've done in my life. And it's something that should be replicated and not just limited to myself. And so that is definitely an assignment we are complete and fully complete and map that thing out and give that $5 million some direction, because it can be welcomed into my door.
Absolutely.
And for a lot of reasons. And just really dropping some encouragement to anybody that may hear me today. You know, you may be on Section 8 today. You may have to get government assistance today, but you don't have to stay that way. And you do have the power to change, because I did it. And if I could do it, you know, the same God that gave me my birth gives you yours. And you can rise above, you can elevate, you can surround yourself with a different energy, and you don't have to be stuck where you are because of what somebody else said to you, but you can create the life that you want. That is my encouragement to myself and others this morning.
Oh, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Listen, we truly are so blessed in so many ways, because all of you, each person here has their own life and their own things that they're all working on. But for us to come together on one accord, on one thought process, to elevate, to move forward in your dreams and your goals, man, I see people doing things that I've never seen them do before that are a part of this group. There's people that are a part of this group that ain't in this room, that tell me, oh, I catch it on YouTube in the evening times, or I catch it on Facebook replay and all of that. And so people are hearing not just me, but they're hearing you too. They're hearing Dr. Law. People say, is that the Dr. Loretta from Sesame Street? And I'm like, it sure is, the one, the only. And they are so excited. They like, oh, they listen just to hear what you saying.
Oh, Lord.
She's so awesome. She's so awesome. You know, or the days that Bridget is on, it was like, oh, that lady is so decent. Look.
Awesome is so different than overbearing and some of them other words they used to call me.
No, they are so excited. People are so excited to hear you. People have been watching to see Brenda and say, ooh, what you do to Brenda? I said, I ain't do nothing to Brenda. Brenda did all that to herself. And anybody who knows
Jesus.
Brenda's story, when I first met her many years ago, probably I've been on LCA maybe going on 6 years now. So she's been on that with me. And Brenda was always the quiet one in the back that would never say anything. And I want to say maybe sometime last year, she opened up about making jewelry. And when I did my sister circle here in Atlanta, she sent me the jewelry. And I'm like, this jewelry is amazing. So, you know, I outed her when we got back on the call. Look at what Brenda said. Look what she does, and all this kind of stuff. And now here we are, 12, not even, yes, it's a little over 12 months since that time. And look at her now, hosting her own call, talking to people, really just blossoming in a way that is just so amazing. So much so that people like, oh, I want to see.
Brenda was so quiet that if she hadn't taken a picture with me, I would never know that I'd ever looked in her face. She had a picture of her and me at the cabin, and I said, what? Was that at the... She said, yes. I remembered what she said because they'd been in an accident on their way coming, but I did not remember that was my Brenda. I went, oh my goodness.
Yep, so quiet. But you know, they say them the quiet ones that you gotta watch, they come with the thunder. They come with the thunder. You know, they the quiet storms. So we definitely have that going for us. We have a bunch of quiet storms, you know, here. And I'm just so excited for each person to see what direction that life is going to take you. And so I think we'll go out with our Abraham Hicks, Let the Money Roll In. How that sound?
Yeah.
Let the
Come
money
on.
roll in. Let me go get it.
Let it roll in because I got it spent already. Hurry up.
You, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
That's what the lady, the healer said to me. That's where your money at. Mm-hmm.
I can feel the stream of abundance approaching me because things that have never happened to me before are beginning to show up. So I know my vibration around money is improving, and there's no end to what that improvement will be. And it's going to be fun for me over the next days to watch different evidences showing me that I'm really sniffing out the trail of abundance. And I accept that 99% of every creation is complete before I see any physical evidence. And so it's all right if it doesn't flow right into my hands this red hot minute. I can be patient here a little bit. I've learned to settle in here, and I'm all right in waiting for this, and I'm actually beginning to feel my impatience turning to a little bit of eagerness. It's going to be exciting to watch the way the universe displays to me in a way that is meaningful, where I can consciously recognize that my energy is shifting. And I can feel that even in this conversation that I'm having with myself, that I'm moving systematically into that stream of money that I'm wanting. And I'm not asking for it to come all at once, although it can. I'm asking it to come through my crack of least resistance, which I'm working on right now. And it's exciting to me to anticipate the adventure and the surprises and the ways in which it will flow. And I'm appreciating already my knowledge about my own guidance system, and I'm appreciating my understanding of the law of attraction. And I'm appreciating the people that are showing in a demonstrating way that abundance can flow into their experiences. And I'm looking forward to meeting people who can tell me their stories about how they were in desperate straits not very long ago, and then money began to flow. And I like hearing from them, especially the part where they say, I can't believe that it was always there for me, or I have the sensation of, oh, where have you been all along? In other words, it's an interesting thing to be on one side of the manifestation in one moment and on the other side of the manifestation in the other moment. And I'm looking forward to breaking through that. But in the meantime, I'm happy to be on this side of the manifestation because I'm feeling better and better and better. I've improved my life in so many different ways, and I'm eager to begin to see the stream of money flow into my experience. I know that I'm worthy of it. I know that that's not what the question is. I know now that I've just been a little bit vibrationally out of whack, and I can feel that conversations that I'm having with myself like this are bringing me vibrationally into alignment. I'm understanding that my work is this emotional journey. It's not about getting out there and beating the pavement. It's not about finding the vortex, the specific vortex through which the money will flow. I don't want only one specific vortex. I want many vortexes to open. I want to be the focal point where enormous sums of money begin to flow into my experience. I have activated my imagination. There's no end to my ideas of what I will do with this stream of money. It's great fun. I love the idea of playing the game where I'm spending the money. I love the sensation of the money being in my pocket, and I love the sensation of expressing it out there into the universe. And I love the economy that I benefit as I hire one more to do one more thing, or as I buy one more thing and bring it home. But most of all, I enjoy the sensation of freedom. And it's interesting to note that I am having that sensation of freedom right now, even though my dollars have not changed at all in this moment. I've broken through the emotional journey. I can feel that I've cleaned up my vibration. I'm much closer. Maybe 70% of that 99.99 is in place. I'm willing to play this game. Who wouldn't want to play this game? It's exhilarating to play this game. It's life-giving to play this game. I could play this game all day, every day. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if I have that? Won't it be nice when I have that? Won't it be nice if I have that? I feel such appreciation for the abundance that's flowing into my experience. There's abundance that's coming to me in so many ways. I have the abundance of clarity. I have the abundance of stamina. I have the abundance of health. I have the abundance of friends. I have the abundance of so many things. And now the universe is getting ready to give me the abundance of dollars, the abundance of being able to prove to myself that I am in alignment with all that I want, and that it is true that there is nothing that I cannot be or do or have. That's what I want most of all, I say to the universe. I want personal acknowledgement that there is nothing that I cannot be or do or have. And money is part of it. Money might even be a big part of it. I can feel money on its way to me. And I'm grateful for it even as it begins to flow. And I'm proud of myself for the work that I am doing. And I'm eager to improve where I am, and I'm happy where I am. I'm doing very well. I've come so far. I'm proud of where I am. I know that the universe sees me as I am. I can get on these rampages anytime that I want to. I'm going to work on these rampages more and more because they just feel so darn good. In fact, in a rampage like this, whether money comes or not right now, this red hot minute is no big issue to me. I know it's coming. I'm not even wondering if it's coming. I'm not hoping that it's coming. I'm not even believing that it's coming. I know that it's coming. It's just a matter of time. No, it's not even a matter of time. It's just a matter of my alignment with what I want. And it's all right that I want it. Time-space reality is giving me the ability to discern it. I've launched rockets of desire, and they're over there pulsing with me, and source and inner being are in alignment with them, saying, come this way, come this way, come this way, come this way, come this way. And I can tell by the thoughts that I'm thinking right now, I have come that way. I'm there vibrationally. And now let the money roll in.
The money rolls in. Well, thank you everybody for an amazing conversation this morning. We will see you back here tonight at 8 p.m. Good morning, Ms. Hustle.
Somebody talk to me. Before I point, what do you got to do to separate yourself?
Money rolling.
Let the money roll in. Give yourselves a big hug.
Give yourselves a big hug.
Thank you, Darlaina.
You're so welcome. I will see you
Thank you,
guys
Darlaina.
later on. And for those of you on the 9 o'clock call, I'll see you there for Wellbeing Wednesday. Have an amazing.
Thank you, Darlaina.
Thank you, Darlaina. Ching, ching, ching.
Ching,
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 ching.
ching.
Money tree.
I love it. Have an amazing day, you guys. Bye for now.
Okay, bye-bye.